when I'm at work.
Looking for a party, good man, have you found it? Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Cause remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hello, hey, welcome to another Shots, our Thirsty Thursday sports night. You got your boy Bill here, and with me as always, my hetero life mate, my good friend, the 6'9" Tower of Power, the Big Papa Pump himself. I'm not even gonna let you say it.
I'll go with Big Papa Pump tonight since since we got the brackets rolling.
You've got to. Oh, the brackets. Yeah. Sweet 16's in. If you guys haven't already gotten in there, by the way, little brother, you forgot to lock in your picks.
Yeah.
That's one of those sorry about your luck.
So
But-
I'm not going to be in last. Josh is going to be in last.
I mean, do they not let somebody, no, second chance is second chance. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think they allow the brackets.
No.
But on that note, before we truly get started, I would be remiss if I did not say keeping Grove City hydrated, one drink at a time. Show some love to our guys over there at Grove City Beverage, located on Main Street in Grove City, Pennsylvania. The number is 724-458-4280. They got your wide variety of beers, your spritzers, your wine coolers, your slushies, for you non-alcoholic drinkers. Yes, they do have soda, and let us not forget the ever-famous beer wagon. Everything and all things needed to keep your party 100% hydrated. Good prices, good people, good selection, man. Give some love over there to our guys. Check them out on social media. Oh, yeah. Grove City Beverage.
Grove City Beverage.
I meant to go over there a little while ago and just kind of,
They had Long Island slushies there tonight.
maybe,
I was
just,
like, oh.
just maybe, maybe we should go over sometime,
Got some slushies?
get some slushies, and try them out right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no.
What's it really gonna hurt?
Next time I go, I definitely have to have the Long Island slushie. Yes, I will obtain.
So the Sweet 16 has started today. We are in full swing. Just to catch everybody up, Alabama is beating BYU right now 51-40. Florida over Maryland 24-19.
They just can't pull away enough.
And we're still waiting for Duke, Arizona, Texas Tech, Arkansas. And if you guys want my honest to God picks, it's going to be a Duke runaway and a Texas Tech slam piece.
I picked Texas Tech, but I didn't touch this game because I think Arkansas could pull the upset the way they're playing some really good basketball right now.
Telling you, at the end of the day, the sleeper for all you watching is going to be Tennessee. I said it multiple times now. Nobody's even come close to really making a challenge for them. But then again, they haven't had the toughest bracket. So now that they're getting into the thick of it, you're going to double check on that, aren't you?
Well, I mean, all the 1 seeds are still alive. Every single 1 seed's still going. I mean, they're going to be tough outs. Florida, Houston, Duke, and Auburn.
Dude, I cannot wait to see the Final Four because I think it's going to be a bloodbath. This has been a very, I've kept up a lot more this time since it started. I wish now I'd paid more attention throughout the season, but football is life in my world. But yeah,
huge moves again this week in the NFL.
And good old Aaron Rodgers is taking his sweet old time. Russell Wilson is now a New York Giant.
Yeah.
1 year deal signed yesterday.
Yeah. What else happened this week? Yeah, Russell Wilson, the 1 year, $10.5 million to go to the Giants.
That other New York team.
Yeah, Josh Reynolds, the receiver from the Chargers, signed with the Jets.
People are still interested in the whole Stephon Diggs going to the Patriots.
Yeah, I seen something. Nobody has spent more money on free agency this offseason than the Patriots.
Robert Kraft is trying to buy another Super Bowl.
Yeah, other players of note that have gone somewhere. Yeah, Diggs going to the Pats. Man,
there was your sound check.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of other players. That Joey Sly, the kicker. He's with Tennessee. Zach Pascal from the Colts. Ooh, that's a receiver for Wilson. Now he's with the Giants. Oh, and that's right. They got Jameis Winston. He went to the Giants too.
He went to the Giants.
Yeah. Shit.
The man who loves to throw more interceptions than touchdowns, but he can still score points.
And they picked up Pascal, but the Giants' defense is absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Brandon Cooks, yeah, he's stayed there with the Saints.
By the way, a quick shout out to our friendly neighborhood kitty cat for the bar snacks. So when we do that first shot of the evening, that always goes down a little bit heavy. We got a chaser. And now that we've got everything back, I do plan on at some point tonight letting you try that drink that I was drinking on.
Oh my!
Monday night. So, oh yeah. Cheers. Baseball.
Holy schmoly!
Opening day.
Wow.
And
I learned a lot today.
dude, we literally were just talking about the big game of the day was Milwaukee taking on New York. That was the big one on ESPN. It looked like Milwaukee was going to play, and then the Bronx Bombers turned around and said, "You guys are adorable. You look great in those new jerseys."
Yeah, they opened it up, man. The Orioles, holy smokes, walloped the Blue Jays 12-2. I mean, I thought the Orioles got rid of a lot of guys. No, they didn't. And they're all young. Yeah, they whooped 12-2. It was a flogging.
So Baltimore's going to be good in baseball and football this year.
Yeah, hey, the Orioles keep getting so close to to going forward in the playoffs, but they just can't win the big games with their pitching.
How did my boys, the Pirates, do against the Miami Marlins in Miami?
Man, fuck the Pirates. All right, so Skeens, he got up to 7 Ks. Then they pulled him in about the 7th inning because he walked a guy. So they pull him, and they bring in probably the worst bullpen I've ever seen in my entire fucking life against a team. Mind you, the Pittsburgh pitchers collectively struck out over 12 Marlins. Pittsburgh stole over 5 bases. They stole at least 6 bases, and they were up 4-1, and they lose the game in the bottom of the 9th. As soon as they took Skeens out, it was horrible. Bednar comes into the game in the bottom of the 9th, gives up a triple.
So basically, they've picked up where they left off last season.
Yeah, Bednar comes in, and then he gives up a 106 rope out to center field. Game over. The pitching absolutely fucking horrible. You know, they got good starters with Heaney and stuff like that, but after I saw with the bullpen and they gave him 0 run support, they didn't hit a ball out of the infield until the 4th inning. And that includes pop flies and outs. You know, it's the Brian Reynolds show over there. O'Neal Cruz looks pretty good. Dodgers are tied right now 1-1 with Detroit behind Screwball, last year's Cy Young winner.
We touched on that last night. Tigers don't sleep.
I looked at their lineup and like they are no joke, man. And they're young and they got some pitching, man. You got Abanias Torres, Gleyber Torres from the Yankees, Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, Manuel Margot, Colt Keith, Javi Baez, Joe Rogers, and some Kreider, dude. That's why he bats 9th. But yeah, they're not gonna be absolutely fucking horrible as they've usually been.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. It was nice to sit down and watch the game. You know, I actually got into it. Maybe it's because we're talking about, you know, we're doing a normal sports thing now. I mean, it just kind of revitalized. And, you know, yes, I'm not gonna lie. I am not a Yankees fan. Sorry, Bobby. But oh wow, dude, they stayed solid that entire game.
Yeah, they're good, and the pitching's a lot better than last year.
And what's funny is I'd forgotten about the game, and I started getting updates, and I found the game, turned it on, and as soon as I turned it on, that's when that who was it? Yeah, the Brewers' first pitch I got to watch, crack out and over the left field wall. I got to see that home run.
Who hit that?
I don't know.
In the Yankees game?
In the Yankees game.
Oh, Austin Wells. Yeah, Austin Wells got one. Anthony Volpe got one. And Vinny Capra, who are you? He got one.
So it looked like I was hoping and praying, but once they pulled the pitcher, a lot of sidearm pitching. I'm noticing that's starting to become more and more of a trend. These sidearm pitchers. You know, it's not straight up over the top anymore. They're leaning in. They're whoa off to the side.
Yeah, and they're having success with it, man.
It looks awkward. Oh,
Maryland up 28-27 all of a sudden.
Dude, that'd be a kick in the balls.
No, because I'm pretty sure Steve-O predicted that too. So
Maryland creeping up behind everybody and stealing it.
Like Maryland usually does. But the Phillies had a good win today. Bryce Harper goes yard. Kyle Schwarber goes yard. They took Schwarber out of that leadoff spot because he was hitting leadoff home runs left and right. So now they buried him 4th, 5th in the lineup, and now he's bringing other people home with him. Wise move, Philly. Yeah.
I noticed that Pittsburgh loves to put their top hitters at the top of the lineup.
Their lineup today was absolute garbage. I looked at it. I was like, this is their starting lineup. Like, I felt like it was a spring training lineup, you know, behind Skeens. I don't know if they played crap players. Sandy Alcantara, he had 7 strikeouts on Pittsburgh batters. All they were doing was striking out. They could not hit the ball out of the infield. Their lineup was absolute crap. Tony Pham, Brian Reynolds, O'Neal Cruz, Joey Bart batting cleanup, for fuck's sake. Yeah, Pittsburgh blew it so many times. McCutchen didn't do nothing today. 0 for 4, no Ks. Then their player Nick Gonzalez, he smacked a 2-run shot. While doing his home run shot, pulls a muscle, out for the game. So don't know what's up with he got
no Tommy John.
Yeah, he hit a home run. He's just jogging the bases and goes in the locker room, never comes back. Then they got Evan Rodriguez, Key Brian Hayes had an all-right game, and then Einar Connor Falefa. Old Gold Glove third baseman from the Yankees. Yeah, their infield was terrible. Error after error. O'Neal Cruz. Now he's no longer at shortstop. Now he's in the outfield. And he allowed the Marlins to catch up because the ball was hit in the outfield. So instead of going ahead and hitting the cutoff man and stopping the runner from advancing from first to second, he tried gunning the guy down at home. So the tying run advanced to second, and that's how they lost.
And there's your play-by-play after the game.
I was watching.
Make sure you tell your Aunt Jen hello and congratulations on your 5 years.
Oh, congrats.
Well, leave it to me to here. Cheers to 5 years sobriety.
Bednar.
Mm.
Bednar's whip after the game, 99.99. You cannot get worse than that. Like, that means that every time he throws a pitch, someone scores a run. Like, that's his average. Absolutely atrocious.
And Florida goes back up top, 31-30, with 4 minutes left in the half.
It's gonna be a little bit of a barn burner there.
You know, one of the things I love doing these videos, but Stevie, I was a Phillies fan since I was a little girl. I like the Phillies from the 80s, so I'm not really into the Phillies. I love seeing Pittsburgh. Sorry, Steve.
Hey, no worries. You can like Pittsburgh all you want after that fucking shitstorm I witnessed today.
Bobby Ryder
You can have
says
him.
his ERA is infinity right now.
Yeah, 99.99. Seriously, he went in there and he threw fucking batting practice to the Marlins. And Pittsburgh had a chance to win, but yeah, no. We're gonna bat Joey Bart.
Hey,
before
we
it.
got to. It's the first game of the season. I'm not writing them off yet.
But the Marlins, good lord. I'll definitely tell you the Los Angeles Angels. The
Any given Thursday.
Mike Trout will not be an Angel for the rest of this year. They are horrible. The Angels are done.
And yes, hello,
So
Miss
bad.
Debbie.
No Tani, no wins. Yeah, Angels are.
Could you imagine
Done.
how much fun would that be to see Mike Trout and his career with the Pirates?
Somebody take them because seriously, I
Oh.
mean, the Angels. That's all they have.
Dude,
They lost to the White Sox 8-1.
I don't care if he came in and played 4 games. I would go and get a Mike Trout Pittsburgh jersey, just like I plan on going to get a DK Metcalf jersey the first chance I get.
God, they're bad.
Yes, and Jen, they lost to the Marlins.
The Marlins, after being up 4-1, I don't want to talk about it.
I hate saying Miami Marlins. Dude, they're always the Florida Marlins to me. And then you got the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. What I mean,
Yeah, they're like right over the bridge from each other.
opposite end of the states there, my brother.
Wait, no,
Miami's on the south, on
Yeah.
the tip,
just the tip.
just the tip. And Tampa Bay is at the top.
Oh, that's right, because they just moved their stadium right over the bridge. That's what I'm thinking. Bednar shouldn't have been in there in the 9th, especially after Holderman blew the lead in the 8th. Well, I sent Bednar out there in a tie game. In the 7th inning, I said to myself, they're going to put fucking Bednar in here in the 9th, and he's going to blow it.
Well, who do we have for a closer, honestly?
Bednar. Seriously, he's horrible. Between the time Skeens left the game, all right, this is how bad their bullpen is. I think they went through 6 pitchers in 3 innings.
Yeah, that's about average.
Skeens left in the 7th inning. All right, Pittsburgh rolled out. It's disgusting. They rolled out Santana. All right, and he got hit up. 2 walks. He 0.1 inning he pitched. Gave up 2 walks, 1 K, and no runs. All right, then they brought in this Baruki guy. He wasn't bad, and he came in a tight spot, and he got him out of it. Then they brought in Caleb Ferguson. He did all right. So then they take him out, and they put in Holderman. Holderman comes in for 1 inning, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 K, 2 walks. So he was just walking people. His ERA, 18.00. Bednar's ERA, legitimately, 99.99. Like,
So it sounds like it's more of a coaching call. They started playing on fear. Hey, we got the win. He walked. Okay, we better bring in the fresh arm. Okay, he did okay. Let's keep that arm fresh. Wait. We're not done yet. He got too close. And then we just
Skeens was about, I think he was around, 80, 90 pitches. He was about there. But good Lord.
So I'm pretty sure at this point, guys, I'm going to call it out. it was Bednar's fault that we lost. Everybody is jumping all over the comments about Bednar.
It was disgusting. You give
I'm
up a triple and then smash. Like you could have pitched better. I would have more faith with a fucking shortstop, you or your daughter pitching. Seriously, like I would go. Pittsburgh would have had a better chance if I went in there and fucking threw it underhand.
Okay, so first off, pull up the comment here, the very last one he posted. This is my favorite, and we do this with the Steelers. We do it with the Penguins. The first thing everybody wants to do is trade two worst players. What are we going to get for him? Honestly, who's out there at this point
You got
that would
about
be
20
available? And who would want two people that just blow the fucking game?
Bednar was bad last year. No. Bednar went in there in the ninth inning and he threw batting practice. You give up a leadoff triple.
Bob says no, Holderman's the fault.
Holderman crumbled. He gave up a 3-run lead, 2-run lead, no 3-run lead. But then Bednar went in there and I was like, this is over. As soon as I seen him take the mound.
No, the problem is they're still hung up on the fucking PR. So as soon as he had this good game going, instead of letting him, fight his way out of a hole, pull schemes, boom. Like, he's our golden boy. We're gonna make sure he looks good no matter what. Doesn't matter if it sacrifices the game. This is my opinion after hearing you guys talk and from what I've seen so far. Keep Skeens in there. Keep Skeens in, and then you throw in your closer like everybody else does in the 9th inning.
He looked good, but I could see there was a little fatigue because his fastball started going down to like 93.
What you got, kitty cat? She had something.
Yeah, but Skeens was down there throwing about 93-mile-an-hour heaters.
I would take a bucket of baseballs for Bednar right now. Maybe throw in some movie passes, and it's a deal.
Oh, it was horrible, Bobby. It was horrible. That that was my favorite game of the day. I thought it was a lock, especially up 4-1. Oh, disgusting, Bednar. And he always does that thing down in Pittsburgh. Beers with Bednar. You get to go down. You pay to go drink beer with him. I think he should go down there. He should do that full time. He should not be a pitcher. He's fucking abysmal.
Just go ahead and you should buy everybody around after that.
I'm telling you,
you pick up everybody's bar tab that night or tonight.
O'Neal Cruz, not much better. He had a chance to put the team up. He had a 3-0, 3-1 count, and I'm like, you know what? O'Neal Cruz don't take walks.
No, let him swing. No, they let him swing for the fences because when that man hits, it's almost guaranteed.
But now everybody knows it because now they're not pitching to him on a 3-1 count. They're pitching a ball 4 because they know his dumbass is going to swing at it, and he does. He pops it up.
It makes me think of the movie Major League, where they're all, right before the very first game, they got Serrano. He's up there, he's cracking dingers. He's just like, he's knocking it out of the park.
Jobu.
And then they went, throw him a curve, missed. Throw him a changeup, missed. They kept throwing him fastballs. He kept crushing them every other pitch he would miss.
It was ugly. You know who else was disappointing today? The Mets. The Mets scored one run. They got Soto now. Guess who ended the game for the Mets? Soto. He's up to play. Mets got a guy on second and third. They're down 2 runs. All Soto's got to do is hit the ball. Strikeout.
I mean, I can't. I don't hold that against anybody, dude. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, sometimes you crank them, sometimes you yank them. I mean, honestly.
But with that contract he has, he's paid to hit that ball in that particular spot. Pete Alonso had a good game, but
so that's you know what? It just came to my attention. I know the perfect trade for the Pirates. Let's give up Holderman. We'll give up Bednar. Bring in the Wild Thing, Rick Vaughn.
You'd have a better chance. You'd have a better chance with Charlie Sheen and the Wild Thing. Good Lord! After that was the worst pitching. It was so bad. That bullpen is absolute dog doo doo.
Because honestly, the only reason I cracked that joke is because of all the stuff I've been getting about the Steelers They drafted what was the first one, Paul Crew, and then they had another one. I think Steve sent me where they brought in
Uncle Rico.
no, yeah, what was the other guy's name? Same movie. Anyways,
I mean, Bednar's got to bounce back. Yeah,
meaning there. I mean, who's out there right now? There's nobody. So I mean, trade them for who? Trade
Get
them
rid
for
of
what?
him.
Give us another
get rid
farm
of-
league guy
oh,
and hope for.
open up a roster spot. You know who I'm pretty sure they have pitching tomorrow. Oh God, what's his name? Keller. I think they still got Mitch Helen Keller. He's probably bad.
I will say this
He's
much
real
though.
bad.
Everybody was upset whenever they said they were going to send Paul Skeens to the farm leagues because honestly, our pitching staff down there is absolute junk. It really is. Like the coaching down there, I think it starts when we send the guys to the minors after we draft them. Our pitchers come back just absolute horrid.
Mm.
So I would start there. But then again, outside of Paul Skeens, O'Neill Cruz,
Brian Reynolds is the heart and soul of that team. He was our all-star last year. You know, he was elected to the all-star ballot. I don't know what's up with why I didn't have Connor Joe playing or Jack Swinski. Like as soon as I seen the lineup, I was like, they're fucked.
well, maybe they were thinking, okay, it's the Marlins. What do we got to worry about? Let's go ahead and give our guys some practice. And hopefully you guys got it out of your system if that's the case.
Well, they had Alcantara on there, and he's a righty.
If Charlie Sheen just suited up and ran the pierogi race with Brio, really?
Man,
That would sell more tickets than this current team would. Hashtag winning.
I was so like into the Pirates. I'm like, man, they're gonna have a really good season. They're a sleeper. After that shit I seen today, fuck.
You're already right. You're ready to write them off after one. Would you do that to the Eagles? If they turn around and get blown out first game of the season.
They usually do. They got blown up by the Saints this year, and I'll never turn them up the back on the Eagles. But man, I'm telling you, when you watch Bednar pitch underhand, I swear to God, like I'm better left-handed, and I throw terrible lefty.
Ooh, hey, you like that shot?
It was just abysmal. Yeah, and like I said, tomorrow they got Mitch Helen Keller pitching against Gillespie. Yeah, I expect there to be 1,000 runs tomorrow.
Well, bear in mind, everybody, and they were talking about this, I think earlier today, everybody started their best pitchers today.
Yeah, it was ace day, because you always play you got five starting pitchers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. So tomorrow is the 2 guys going, and they're doing Mitch Keller because that other kid, that Jones, he's still hurt. He's still out, But then, the Pirates, they do have Eovaldi, right? They picked him up. He's probably their 3rd guy. But man, Mitch Keller is terrible.
So on that note, now that we know that Helen Keller sucks and Ben Nar and Holderman lost the game for us, the Maryland-Florida game just went into halftime with Florida going up 40-38. BYU Alabama is just firing up. Alabama is winning that one 51-40, and it is that time we are taking our first break of the evening. Dealer's choice. Surprise me.
Because Bednar took a break in the whole 9th inning. Fucking guy. I'm so glad the Phillies won.
Time to make him walk the plank already. Here we go.
Would that Bama BYU?
Eagles soaring, freedom's cry. Brave America beautiful through and through. We are home. This big sweet land is our home. Freedom's fire burning bright in the darkest of the night. When storm clouds dark and gray, we lift our hands to pray for those who take the stand, protecting our motherland. God bless our first responders brave, and the land of the free, home of the brave. God bless our veterans too. America beautiful through and through. America beautiful through and through. America beautiful through and through.
All right, welcome back. That was Arliss Walker and the Southern Outlaw Band. Bullet for Freedom. Score update here. Alabama's still taking off 58-47. Florida, Maryland at halftime. Florida up by 2. Florida up by 2 at halftime. That Duke, man. That Duke game. I'm really curious to see if Duke absolutely wallops them.
Could you imagine though what would happen if Duke went out?
They are playing so good.
I wouldn't say they're playing good. I mean, they're playing good, but they're.
The thing about Duke is they're playing flawless basketball right now. And since they got Cooper Flag back and the NBA, those teams, they're tanking. And that's what makes the NBA so disgusting to watch right now. Like, I'm not even watching it. I won't even put a bet on the NBA right now because teams are in. I mean, there is a no tank clause where you're not allowed to intentionally tank, but it also means you don't have to put your best players in. Like a lot of these teams, they've put their best players on the shelf. They're done for the season, and they're playing their worst players because they want that high lottery pick because they want this Cooper Flag. They want the draft picks now.
You know what I like, though? The one thing I definitely like about college basketball over college football, here they are in the dance. I guarantee the last two, you're not going to see the best player sitting out, hoping not to get hurt and worry about their draft.
Oh,
their draft status.
The other thing in the NBA that they do is load management, which is the biggest vajayjay excuse in the world. Like, oh, load management. It's a long season. You know, you're getting paid millions of dollars to win games. F your load management. You know what I mean? Look at LeBron. You know, he'll do load management. Nobody's more famous for load management than Kawhi Leonard.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't want to get me started on LeBron.
You know, and then you have players not playing on back-to-backs because it's too much. Like you have the best treatment, best trainers in the world. You know, and you look at it, and that's what I like. I got some appreciation for ice hockey players. Ice hockey players, there's no load management. They go out there and they play each and every day. They knock each other out. They punch each other in the face. That's okay. You know, they don't get hurt. Soccer players, load management. Football players, there's no load management because they only play weekly. But yeah, it's just NBA is just absolutely.
So when you say load management, though, what is load management?
Load management is like they'll keep people on like a minutes restriction. Like you can only play so many minutes because it's bad on your body. because it's a long season. They only have you play so much. So, yeah, it's ridiculous, and a lot of times it just affects the outcomes of games, and the NBA is just absolutely atrocious with it right now. Especially, they call it a tankathon right now in the NBA because teams are playing people you've never heard of because they don't want to win. So now you have two teams playing each other that are both equally bad, and they're seeing who can put out the worst players. Like it's gross. It's absolutely disgusting. The only other big news in the NBA that actually matters is Damian Lillard. You know who he is, right?
I know the name.
Damian Lillard with the Milwaukee Bucks out indefinitely. Blood clot in his leg, deep vein thrombosis.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, well, one of the all-time leaders in three-point shooting, playing with the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, he's out indefinitely with deep vein thrombosis.
We got a few comments up there. Can we pull them, please, ma'am? Let us see what we got. Oh.
Honk, honk.
She wants to come on for sports night.
Sis?
That's a different one.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
Well, we probably will hear more towards the second hour.
You know, she's a Bednar fan.
Oh,
So you stop talking about David.
You never know. She might be a Royals fan. Maybe baseball's still in there.
You'd be a Royals fan. Royals lost today, but they're still interesting to watch.
The NBA team owners are swimming in cash. This is from Bobby Ryder. Not much overhead because basketball has the smallest roster size. Don't have to pay a large team. Plus, NBA has a sweet TV deal with ESPN and TNT.
And that's why TNT garbage games are typically trash. Those 10 o'clock games with Shaq, Kenny, and Sir Charles. Yeah, it's more interesting watching Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal argue with each other than watching those games that come on at 10 o'clock at night. Because you know what? Usually they're the Lakers.
You know, they've said they like each other. I wonder about that though because they don't have the most cordial of histories.
Oh no, they used to beat the shit out of each other on the court. They got in fist fights on the court, but you know.
Well, that was also Charles Barkley's, by the way.
That was his finishing move. But yeah, no, they're good now, man. You see them off camera and stuff like that. They're always chilling on yachts and shit like that.
Charles Barkley and his world's worst golf swing.
Better than mine.
I've played with you, so I can probably vouch for that.
Horrible.
I beat you.
Fuck's sake. Now we gotta go play.
Again?
Now we gotta go play again.
So you tried me on 18. You've tried me on the mini course. I'll tell you what, I need to give you a chance somehow. We're going to do a 3-point contest.
What, in basketball?
Oh.
I don't shoot threes.
No, hockey.
I'm terrible at threes. Yeah. I'm not very good at threes.
We're going to go to the batting cages.
Good. I'm terrible. I'm horrible at baseball.
Do my shoulder. I'd be very interested in seeing how I would do. She's swatting at flies back there.
Yeah, that's me with a baseball bat. With.
I don't know. I plan on this year definitely taking advantage. I need to get out there. I haven't swung a club now other than get on the mini golf course. Dude, I haven't actually since we played. Was the last time I played? And that was what, 4 years ago now?
Maybe 3. Yeah, I did not play a single round of golf last year.
I will say this much, though. I do not want to go back to the dirt course.
They're the only ones that'll let me on.
Oh, wait. Aunt Jen's got a little something. I will play you in basketballville. I'm pretty good at basketball. I will play you in baseball. I'm pretty good in baseball. Well, at least I used to be 35 years ago. My brothers taught me every sport there is. So I can play football. I can play it all. So I will challenge you to maybe some horse or something. Aunt Jen is defending your honor.
Man.
Aunt Jen, I never backed down from a challenge, young lady. Win or lose, beer pong.
Beer pong.
We're well overdue for a good beer pong night.
Mm.
Maybe some flag football at my age says.
Oh, no, that entails running. Oh,
Dude, even back in the day, I hated running.
I don't even like looking at
I
people
ran
running.
track and I hated running.
Yeah, not a big runner. Couldn't get into it. I'm like, where am I going? I mean, it was good for like I did have like my small running phase where I put the headphones on and it's like a getaway. But then after like 2 miles, it's like I might die out here.
You know what's crazy? So I like getting on the treadmill.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. You get the music going, and now I've learned what there's fat burn, there's cardio. I like it all, dude. It's weird, and I love to get out and walk. How many times after a show have I sat down and said, dude, this is a gorgeous night. Let's just grab some drinks and walk around.
Yeah.
I mean, I love doing stuff like, hey, dude, we did it at the beach.
Yeah.
We probably put miles out there. Aunt Jen says, I don't know how to play golf. I used to use golf clubs for other things like chasing people. That made me mad, but I'm pretty good at
You're only 5'1".
mini golf.
Back to the Shire with you.
I like putt, stuff like that. Little kid stuff. I'm only 5'1", but don't let my little size fool you. I can play some basketball. Spud Webb was short.
Fuck out of here.
Anthony Hardaway was short.
Anthony Hardaway was not that short. Anthony Hardaway was like 6'3", 6'4".
I don't think so. I think he was under the 6 mark.
Mm-mm.
Fact check, please, ma'am.
Eddie Hardaway height.
He's now the coach for Memphis.
He's doing damn good down there, turning that program around. I did love watching him play, man. Him and Tracy McGrady.
No, Anthony, just put Penny Hardaway. Eddie Hardaway, that's his little brother.
That's like
Let's not pick on her. Dude,
Eddie Hardaway's like the third Manning.
she does have 3 bricks back there that she will chuck in our direction.
Good, throw my fucking David Bednar. Real bricks. What an a-hole. Penny Hardaway. Penny like the currency. Yeah, and his height. Yeah, but that Orlando team was fun to watch, man. When they were good, when they had Shaq Daddy, Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's 6'7".
I was way off. Who am I thinking of then? Was it Muggsy Bogues?
Muggsy Bogues was short as hell.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking about.
Muggsy Bogues, yeah, he played for the Hornets.
Yes, I do believe. Okay, I knew there was another guy. Dude, that dude could dribble.
Yeah,
5'3".
Yeah, he was fun to watch, and you always played with him when you ever played NBA Jam. 5'3" to the Shire with you.
Big things come in small packages.
Oh, he called you a big thing. Muggsy Bogues was fun to watch. John Stockton was fun to watch. It was the small guys that are always fun to watch because they were quick. They dribble circles around guys.
Nash.
Steve Nash.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd, coach of the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, he was fun to watch. Even Steve Kerr. He was fun to watch. And John Paxton, he was the point guard for the Bulls when Jordan played. You know, he was that small white guy always out there distributing. He was fun to watch. Muggsy Bogues was a lot of fun to watch, man. But the NBA's changed. You don't have those short guys anymore. You might have TJ McConnell over there in Indiana, ex-Philadelphia 76er. But, oh, man, Alabama is only up 11.
I would have to say the smallest person to ever play in the NBA, though, was Calvin Cambridge.
Who? Little Bow Wow. Oh, Little Bow Wow. Little Bow Wow.
Remember that movie, Like Mike?
Like Mike.
He found the shoes, and all of a sudden he could play magically,
I wonder who the shortest player in the NBA ever was.
It'd have to be Spud Webb.
There is a dude out there who plays, I want to say he plays for the Jazz. He's like 7'6". He doesn't play because he's like you could break him in half. But I think they have the best trainers in the world out there trying to put a little meat on his bones.
Oh, what do we got? I like wiffle ball. Wait, okay. I started out by the time I was like 15. I got the 5'4". But when you don't take care of your body and smoke cigarettes and cigars like a champ. Aunt Jen was a cigar smoker?
I guess so. And cigars. Like
I can see her like a Cuban, like just sitting there.
And she lost 3 inches? I'm getting her.
Now, Sis says she likes
wiffle ball.
I like wiffle ball, frisbee, horseshoes, badminton, kickball, the old school way, and swimming. Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. I'm down for some wiffle ball. I'm always down for some wiffle ball.
Isaiah Thomas was fun to watch. He was 6'1". I forgot. I didn't even think about Isaiah. He was
Isaiah Thomas with the Pistons
back during the nasty days.
Nasty days.
Most of them are drinking sports.
Yes,
drinking sports. Since this is a both drinking and sports show, I always like to play a game we affectionately called the Louisville Chugger.
Is that when you spin your head around on the bat?
So you get the wiffle ball bat, but you had to have the big red one. You know, the one that like
the big one. Makes
and
pop.
You cut the end off, and you fill. You put, I think it was like 3 beers in it.
Oh,
you have to chug it, spin, and then somebody pitches.
Chug 3 beers at once?
Yes. You fill it into the top of the bat.
How many innings was this game? 1?
It was the Louisville Chugger for a reason, good sir.
Oh,
and I tell you what, that's if you could keep the bat in your hand, because there were many a times I'd be up after doing it. He'd pitch, I just boom. Not only laying on the ground, but the bat went further than the ball.
The Louisville Chugger.
Yes.
I'm interested, but I think I don't know if I can do it.
Aunt Jen says, I love wiffle ball. I miss that. I want to play with football. I also miss a wall ball. What is that other than one stick ball? My brothers, it's that talk and text. It's a killer.
Yeah, my brothers used to do the stick ball and then the wall ball and half of all things. I don't know. Stevie probably knows what it is. Yeah, I played wall ball in jail.
That's literally you sit there. Boom, boom.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's called handball. We played handball in the slammer.
Oh, no, I've done that. And I did that in high school. It was a dumbed down version of racquetball.
It was racquetball, but you use the palm of your hand and you smack the shit out of it. So in a clink, you don't get rackets. Yeah. Yeah, when you're in the slammer, you don't get rackets because people like to put in places.
Blaze says dodgeball rules. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Butts. I like big butts. I cannot lie. Dodgeball.
Some brothers can't deny.
Dodgeball is a lot of fun.
Have you seen? Dude, it's evolved, especially since the movie Dodgeball.
Oh yeah, adults get together and they get to take out their frustrations on other adults, and you know what? You can't get mad.
And you know what's fun? Did you ever see where they'll have like one of their own players stand in front of them, and the guy behind with the balls just can hide, and he'll throw it, and that ball literally goes out here and curves around and just pings the other person.
There's a technique to dodgeball. No, I mean, yeah.
I like my elbows. I mean, my shoulders already junked to begin with, so
I would love to play it because, especially in that kind of competitive level, where like you actually take time out of your day to go there with a bunch of adults, and like you must win. Adults going out there to play at that time, I mean, they're out there to win. That's a lot of fun.
ESPN the Ocho.
ESPN the Ocho. What about it?
I know that was just kind of out of. Sis says she agrees. I'm assuming with Aunt Jen. Dodgeball rules? Yeah. They're as simple as it gets, really. If you get hit, you're out. If you catch the ball, that person's out.
Now, do they have the same rules where like you have to hit people below the waist, or can you hit them in the face? I think you should open up the whole body for adult rules, like because they use like the foam balls now.
I don't think there are any real.
When I played in school, like you had to aim below the waist. If you got hit above the waist, like it didn't count, you know. But I feel like,
Dude, I tell you what, I was another one of those. I have to agree with Sis on this one. She brought up what I hadn't thought about in years: kickball.
oh, there's some running in that too.
Oh, there's running in it, but
ESPN Ocho, that's the channel that broadcasted a tourney in the movie Dodgeball. You are correct, sir. The Ocho.
I really enjoyed volleyball when I was in my early 20s because we used to go to the beach a lot and play ball. It was so much fun. I miss volleyball. I think she did volleyball.
Were you a fan of volleyball, Ancient? Did you ever play volleyball?
There's a possibility volleyball was in her curriculum.
Dodgeball with coworkers, bosses included, yes. Yeah, that's yeah. HR, you're not invited.
I'm telling you right now, that my last job, dude, it would have been a bloodbath. It was bad enough during the company's summer picnic. We played cornhole, and let's just say it was less than cordial.
Shit gets real as Florida takes a 3-point lead on Maryland. Just scored it 2. Alabama up by 12.
Oh, they started. But I said this about the madness now. We were just talking about this. Dude, the second half of every game, like one team always absolutely just opens up. And it seems like the other team always lays down.
Yeah, because you make those halftime adjustments, and one team makes the right one, and the other one does not. Obviously, Alabama made those right adjustments. They're up by 14 now against BYU. So my second chance bracket has already took it number 2.
I'm gonna tell dude, have you noticed the SEC out of nowhere is taking over this? Dude, if I look at my bracket again, I'm pretty sure that my Final Four includes 3 SEC teams.
If you got Florida, Tennessee, Duke's ACC, and who's your other one?
It's either going to be Auburn or Alabama.
Huh. Well, I think SEC's got done with enough people talking shit on them in football after the Big Ten just dominated this year. Yeah, SEC's looking pretty good. Oh,
you can see it out of there. Look at it.
Mrs. Ohio State over there. Your day will come. Who in the
That's going to be August, I believe, 28th. Is that the first game of the season? I hear this is a pretty popular sport now, but I miss horseshoes. Okay. Horseshoes, I feel like, has been taken over by cornhole. It's the same concept. You know, on the board is 1, halfway in is 2, and all the way in is 3.
Yeah.
And you can still cover, so on and so forth. Horseshoes, though, is fun because come on, you still got that fascination, that ringer.
Cornhole's taken over because it's easier. I think horseshoes takes more skill. What saith you?
Maybe. Because at the same time, you know, a horseshoe, you got this open-ended and you got to try and spin it just right. And, you know, a leaner or closest to the hole. Where, I mean, I'm a yard dart veteran from the 80s with a slip and slide on the side kids sport. But no, I think they're equal. I think they're just, you got to think because the horseshoe's heavier. For starters, you have to get the right spin. I've seen people do the underhand and kind of flip it back and forth and hope to get it that way. I've seen, you know, the same with cornhole. It's exactly the same. Because I mean, you got to think, you know, if you get that perfect, we'll call it the lawn dart, straight up and down, it's going to hit the top of that board flat.
Yeah.
If you do it too hard, it's just going to slide right up the board and out.
Yeah, I mean, cornhole is easier to just pick up and set up than horseshoes. Horseshoes, especially if you have a good pit. You know, you got the sand. You know, you got some railroad ties for a border. You know, a real pit.
Mm-hmm.
And you need sand. You know, playing on like hard ground
or clay.
Grass. Clay. I like sand the best. You know.
Ping pong, Aunt Jen says. That takes me back to my college days.
Beer pong? Ping pong.
Ping pong. So when I went to BC3, there were many days where me and my friends, after classes were over, would go to the student union. Upstairs, you got the food. Downstairs was the pool tables and the ping pong tables. And before you knew it, dude, it was just one game after another. And you know, before you know it, they're saying, hey, by the way, guys, it's closing time.
Ping pong's hard as shit.
What is that?
Well, he went spell checker on the next one.
Cornhole took over because it's portable. Horseshoes have to have a pit.
Yeah, Congolese, aka cornhole.
Does it need a pit though? I mean, how many parks do you go to that have that area that's got like cedar chips or a giant sand pit or whatever?
For shoes?
Pits. Yeah.
So, I mean, you could just go over, pick a spot, put the pegs down, you know, put them in the ground, and there you go.
I prefer the sand pit with the rebar.
The sand pit with the rebar.
Mm-hmm.
And what was funny was back when I used to go to the horse trading days in Zelienople, they had a horseshoe contest, which I won one year for my age. But they'd always go in there and they would build their own pit. It was just 3 pieces of plywood. And they put a giant mound of clay, stamp it down a little bit, peg in the ground, good to go.
Yeah, I think horseshoes was biggest for me in high school, like towards the end of my high school days, 1997, 98. And it would be so good that we would play until it was dark. So now you're throwing metal shoes, everybody, a bunch of kids around drinking.
Okay.
And you're throwing horseshoes. And yeah, people fell.
So here's the fun thing when you think about it, though. Horseshoes. So even if you don't have a pit and you're just doing it on the ground, now it's more like cornhole because there's nothing to stop it behind. Clay, as soon as it hits, it sticks. Done.
Yeah.
You know, sand, it'll still slide, so on and so forth. But when you don't have that pit, it could slide anywhere. You literally, that's where the skill comes in because now you literally have to throw right at the pin.
Oh, it takes that wild ass hop, man. And
Yeah. Do you have level ground? Do you ever think about that? How many times have you thrown uphill?
Throwing uphill. Yeah, no fun.
I said throwing up. So on that note, folks, we are going to take our second break and then we will drop it the link.
As Florida's up 50-42, and we got a 14-point lead for Alabama.
Run away. Yeah, why not? Let's go a little GB3.
All dolled up like a Dixieland dream. Hit a high-dollar diner in the downtown scene. Riding home pretty in the shotgun seat of my jacked-up country boy limousine. I threw it in park right there in a drive. That song came on 95.5. Do I walk you to the door? Do we call it a night? We just turned it up and said, baby, I want a free bird kiss, free bird kiss. 14 minutes of backseat bliss. Make it long and sweet and soft, so slow. When we get to the solo, bring it up and call me baby. Let's get a little crazy. Let the swamp music make you miss my lady. One thing on earth she can't resist is a free bird kiss. was falling hard. She had my heart racing like a screaming guitar. Just when I thought the fun was about to end, she pulled me in closer and hit me again with a free bird kiss, free bird kiss. 14 minutes of backseat bliss, make it long and sweet and soft, so slow. When we get to the solo, crank it up and call me baby. Let's get a little crazy. Let the swamp music make you miss my lady. One thing on earth she can't resist is a free bird kiss. Free bird kiss, free bird kiss. Free bird kiss, free bird kiss. 14 minutes of backseat bliss, make it long and sweet and soft, so slow. When we get to the solo, crank it up and call me baby. Let's get a little crazy. Let the swamp music make you miss my lady. One thing on earth she can't resist is a free bird kiss. Free bird kiss.
Welcome back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that free bird's kiss.
Bobby, that comment, man. 20 made 3 so far. Holy smokes. Bombs away.
You know, go ahead. Let's go ahead and drop the link and invite Sis on here. She might surprise us with some sports. I'm kind of this is the first time she's been on our sports night. So I'm
Dodgers
kinda
up 4-3.
That's probably why he's not on here.
We haven't seen Sis in a hot minute. Hot minute.
She's been slightly busy. If I remember and I saw correctly, one thing that I would love to do this summer, and I'm pretty sure I saw they were coming here to Pittsburgh. I want to go see the Savannah Bananas.
They're going to be in
I'm not
August
into
in
it.
Pittsburgh, and they're already sold out.
Oh, of course they are.
Bobby, fact check. Alabama's 19 3-pointers. They're 19 for 41. They are 46% from 3. That's insane.
Bama is going to be an absolute monster. I'm telling you. The other fun one is going to be, it's Tennessee. Tennessee's going to be that sleeper. Unless somehow Kentucky, because remember, I originally said Kentucky was going to beat them.
Oh, jeez.
I'm telling you right now,
Bama's got 2 guys.
I'm very interested in tomorrow's game.
Real quick tech question.
Yes, ma'am.
8A.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Bama's got 2 guys right now. Marcus Sears, their point guard, their stud, 7 for 12 from 3. And a guy off the bench, 6 for 12 from 3.
Bobby says, what is the tourney record?
Oh, for most threes in a game? Shit.
That's a fun fact check right there.
That, I mean, just alone, shots taken from 3 in a game. That is a ton. I mean, they have taken. Good Lord, that's what the game of basketball has become. You know, they're up by 21 now. Holy shit. 19 for 41. They're 15 out of 16 free throws. All right, the hot team right now has to be Bama. Holy smokes.
The tournament record for most 3 points made in an NCAA tournament is owned by Leola Marymount, Jeff Fryer, who made 11 of his 15 3-point attempts in a win over Michigan on March 18th, 1990. Another record is held by Fletcher McGee of Woolford, who made 5 of 9 3-point field goals before 2020, or 509, I'm sorry, 3-point field goals before 2023.
All right, so that's the individual on 11. So right now, if anybody on that Bama was going to touch that, that's beat Marcus Sears right now. He just hit another 3. He's got 8. He needs 3 more to tie the record, 4 to pass it. And how much time they got left? They got a little bit of time. Bombs away, but I think they're about to park his ass on the bench. Up 21. Wow.
Aunt Jen is trying to keep up with where we're at. I'll let you read that one.
Well, listen, I already spoke my medical marijuana. Oh, good Lord.
That's why I was like, I was trying to be tactful about it. But
Obviously. I already spoke my medical marijuana, so I'm under the influence of it. What are we speaking about now? What sport and who am and I'm lost. Well,
well, you might get found.
yes. Well, the devil's lettuce does have that effect on one's soul. Now we're hitting the college hoops there because we just noticed that Alabama just went absolute yah, and they're about to go over 100 points.
21-point lead.
They're about to go over 100. How many times do you see a college team go over 100, especially in a tournament?
Loyola Marymount, Hank Gather's team, rest in peace. I remember watching that. So scary.
Hank Gather's, yeah, he was that first player that went down with that heart attack in the court.
Oh, what was it? Shit.
Sad me. And
was it last year at the tournament or was it? I'm trying to remember when it was. Dude went up for the jump shot, came down, did that famous leg break right in front of everybody, and they saw that.
Oh, he pulled a Nick Chubb,
and he immediately, like the entire team. I love when people do that. Like they dive backwards, like they're trying to get away from it. Do you ever notice when people see an injury, especially in basketball, the first thing they want to do, they dive backwards?
when it's nasty, man, in real time, like, hide the children, hide the women, man.
I remember that video.
Hide the children, hide the women.
He raping everybody. We have a raper around.
No, I understood that.
That was hilarious. I remember that. That was so much fun.
Florida, the adjustments were necessary. They are now up 10. I want to see what Duke does. I'm so curious to see if they blow them out or if it's the upset of the year.
Would it be bigger than McNeese beating Clemson if Arizona beats Duke?
Yes.
They've made the 16. So, I mean, they've shown they deserve to be in the tournament.
I mean, right now, you look, it's all favorites. It's all favorites. You know, we don't have a Cinderella this year. Your lowest seed right now is Arkansas.
So I got to ask that question, and I brought it up the other night. When McNeese went out the very next game, okay, done.
Obliterated. Yeah.
There was no question about it. It was over. Can you call it a Cinderella story?
No.
It's an upset at that point.
Yeah, you know what? They had a good game in the first round. You know, your Cinderella story, I think it has to go to at least the Sweet 16. You know what I mean? You have to knock off that number 1 seed, that number 2 seed, which obviously nobody has. We're looking at, 1s, 2s. Did any 2 seed get knocked off yet? I mean, we already decided that no 2 has.
Wait a minute. Bobby says that the Duke versus Bama will be a must-watch Elite 8 game.
Oh yeah, St. John's. St. John's, number 2 seed. Tennessee was a 2.
So
Bama's a 2. And Michigan State's a 2. So 1s and 2s are still in it, except for St. John's.
who does Tennessee take on? They take on Texas Tech.
Tennessee has Kentucky, and if they win,
they get Texas. Well, they get the winner of the Texas Tech Arkansas game, correct?
Incorrect. They get the winner of Houston Purdue. So you're looking at possibly Houston, Tennessee, and you're also looking at right now. You're looking at possibly Duke, Alabama. The way things are shaping up, and tomorrow It's too close to call right now. So we're just on that Eastern bracket right now. But yeah, you're looking at Duke, Bama, Houston, Tennessee at this point.
Stevie, I hate to do this. I hate to do this to you but I'm very, very bored and lost about the college tournament teams. And also, I'm going to go in the bathroom and have sex with the man in my bathroom waiting for me, and I'll come back in a little bit.
Did you put her up to this?
No, I did not.
Do you have anything to do with this?
I had nothing. No. My hands are clean right now.
And
I just got a head
going
rush.
to go into the bathroom and have sex with the man in my bathroom waiting for me.
So they know we're not joking around. Show everybody this message.
Yo, yeah, please do. Make it a lot bigger because, I didn't read it once already. She's going to take a break because she's bored talking about basketball, so she's going to go fuck a guy in the bathroom. This is happening, right? Okay. All right, Aunt Jennifer. Well, make sure you shower afterwards.
Do you need a hug? Wow. All right. I want to know what this med-grade marijuana is. We didn't even do one. He's doing. I have a feeling this isn't going to be a halfer. Wow.
Why do you have a random man in your bathroom? Is it Saquon?
While we're waiting, during the show, it's like, hang on, I got to watch a sports show. My nephew's on there. So I got some, just you wait here for a minute. Don't watch the show. Just wait here.
Yeah, don't move. I'll be right back.
But wait, there's more. Hold my beer.
Oh.
Oh, good. Kat's egging her on. She loves her.
I just lost an inch.
I can't even remember what my thought. You know what? No, okay. Back to it. Jesus God. Wow. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to think about something.
Not crickets?
Fuck. Oh, I'm fucking joking, Steve. I'm trying to embarrass you. I barely have sex having anymore.
Ah! She took it away!
No, bring it back.
I'm fucking joking, Steve. I'm trying to embarrass you. I barely have sex anymore. I'm an old lady.
Okay.
Good. So the visions you have of your aunt are like reinstilled.
Oh, we're gonna be okay. David Bednar. The man in my bathroom is David Bednar. I would be surprised.
Oh, Jesus. That was good. That was good.
Oh, hey, good job, Jennifer. That was fun. Anybody else?
I don't have to do anything right now.
I'm gonna take a break and go have sex with the guy in my bathroom.
You know what? You're lucky because I know exactly what I would have played during all that. No, but I might have gave it away.
11-point lead for Florida. 21 for Bama. It's a wrap, Jack.
No, the game I'm really looking forward to, and I think it's going to be the game of the tournament, truth be told, is I've said this a million times. It's happening tomorrow. I cannot wait to see. You got to think, Kentucky is a storied, like, people don't realize just how good they are in the tournament.
Kentucky, except for last year.
Even if it's not this year. But I don't know. I'm looking at it. So we got BYU and Alabama, number 6 versus number 2. We got Florida versus Maryland, number 1 and number 4. That's as close as it gets when it comes, other than Duke, Arizona, 1 and 4, Texas Tech, Arkansas, 3 and 2, 6 and 2, Ole Miss, Michigan State, Kentucky, Tennessee, 2 and 3. You know that's going to be a banger.
2 and 3. I'm not impressed with Kentucky, man. I really am not. I think Tennessee runs away with it, but this is March Madness. We are due for an upset. Not all favorites can win. I know you picked in your bracket all favorites. There is going to be one upset. It's obviously not going to be my BYU.
Now you know how I felt opening week.
I'd yell. I'd yell in the Final Four.
Dude, the 64, like, I mean, the team I picked to go all the way went out. And just like every game I've seen so far, first half, they put up a fight. And at one point, they were winning.
It's that second half, man.
And in that second half, they completely laid down. And good old Anthony Hardaway just hung his head and said, you know what, guys? We're at that point. We're going to go out with style. They did not try and foul them. There was like 20 seconds left, and they said, you know what? We're good.
And that's what I appreciate more about the Final Four and the tournament than the NBA playoffs, because the NBA playoffs, it's 7 games. I mean, 5 games to start, then, like NFL. The playoffs, it's different. It's not a series. It's not like baseball, best of 5, best of 7. It's do or die in this bracket. You know what I mean? In college sports, it's do or die. There's no best of 3. There's no best of 5. And that's what I love about college playoffs, because it's everything on the line. Those last 5 minutes, you're fouling people. You're being tactical. I mean, every possession counts. Like, you don't get the punt game. It's like, all right, we're down. We're going to park everybody. We're going to come back, on Tuesday and, try again.
So I got 2 things on this.
Do
One,
or die.
Let's get Bobby's comment, because that's one of my questions. In a chalk bracket right now, I should play 4 and 2, should play 3. We are kind of close on that. Now, when you say my first question is, when you say a chalk bracket, what do you mean? Your question I have for you.
Laying the chalk is the favorites.
Okay. So it's a betting term.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the favorites. It's heavy favorite bracket.
I personally don't like the whole foul the guy, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be he's getting a shot. He's getting 2 free throws.
Right.
And you're basically gambling and hoping he doesn't make those 2 free throws, which in college basketball, you have a better chance of him missing.
And it's the same thing in high school, because it's like, all right, we're going to put you on the line. We're going to even, instead of giving you a 2 or a 3 or wasting time, we're going to stop the clock. We're going to give you a chance to maybe make 1, make 2, or make 0. And then we have to score. It's the easiest way to catch up. But you're banking on that person to miss their free throws. So, I mean, it's tactical and it's a last resort, but especially if you're the home team, because you have the crowd advantage. When that kid is trying to shoot those free throws, chances are he's going to miss 1.
But how tactical is it? Because now you're still giving them the opportunity to score even more. And I've seen it more times than not, them go up there and they hit the 2s. They get that extra 2 points, or at least 1.
And then you try again. And then you go down, you make a 3 or you make a 2, and then we're back to square 1.
If you can get down there.
So that's when that last 2 minutes of basketball, they'll put in that kid with 0 fouls. And you know what his mission is? Go in there and foul as soon as you can. Stop the clock. Normally you try to, it's a statistical thing. You try to foul their worst free throw shooter. We're like, all right, let the big dude get the ball. You know what I mean? We're going to let him catch the ball. We're going to foul him. We're going to set his non-foul shooting ass to the line. And then we're going to go down and try to make it. And it works, but it is a last resort.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too much of a gamble at that point, especially when you're like already down by 12 points, 10 points. Now, if you're down by like 3 or 4, I can understand it. But I've watched it multiple times now in this tournament alone, where they've been down by like 10 points, 9 points. 2 or 3 3-pointers put you back in there.
But it's do or die. It's the only thing you can do is you have to stop the clock, because you know what that team can do? They can run the clock out. And you are at that point, it becomes the clock's game. Like, look at this game right now, Florida and Maryland. All right, we got 8 minutes left. All right, they're down by 10. So once this game goes, once this game goes under 5 minutes, it's going to slow down, because Maryland's going to have no choice but to foul. Try to send Florida's worst free throw shooter to the line, and Maryland's got to come down and bang threes quickly.
Notice, ladies and gentlemen, that he's not talking about BYU Alabama when Alabama is up 103 to 83.
Oh yeah, they're doing great and wonderful things out there. Bama's hot right now. Oh, should we see if Sears is breaking that record?
What is it?
What was it, 11?
So plus fouling stops the clock. Yeah, okay, I understand that.
It's a last resort, man. And you know what? It is honestly the only way a team can possibly win is hoping that team doesn't make their free throws.
Yeah, again, a gamble.
And you know what? Especially in high school, it's so prevalent because the worst free throw shooters in the world is a 17-year-old or 18-year-old, 16-year-old kid when the whole crowd's screaming at him. You know what I mean? Because then you have a chance. And you looked at Grove City games this year, dude. We've been up by 10 with 2 minutes left, and you know what? We win by 1 because it comes down to free.
See, I know
free
what it entails. I know why they do it. I just don't agree with it, as to a certain point.
Bobby Bones, the Dodgers are up 5-4.
Like I said, if the score is only like a 5-point difference, a 4-point difference, maybe the less the better. Then I can understand doing that. But when you're already down by like almost double digits, if not into double digits, there's no point in doing it. And I've seen them do it. It's a waste of time.
Holy sweet baby Jesus. Bobby, the Pacers just scored 162 points in the NBA. They beat a team by 53 points in the NBA. That's what I talked about, the tankathon. 162 to 109. That's disgusting.
Okay, so that just shouldn't happen.
That's why
honestly,
I can't watch the NBA.
Once you are well past a team,
A 50-point spread in the NBA, fuck that. I don't touch the NBA.
That's like, you're up by what's the golden rule? It's the unwritten rule where if you're up by so many points, you don't go down and slam the ball.
The mercy rule, the sympathy fund.
You do not slam a ball when you're beating a team by X amount of points. I know that.
And that's what I meant. Like when teams are like intentionally tanking. Yeah, these teams are out of it. My Lord, you win by 50 points in the NBA.
And the Pacers played last night against the Lakers. Yes, we know.
Yeah, on a back-to-back. And you know what? Halliburton didn't even get his double-double, man. He had like 11 double-doubles in a row. Tonight he did not. He only had 14 points. No, yeah, that's somebody else. Halliburton had 29 points, assists, 2 rebounds.
Halliburton's a real deal, according to Robert.
All right.
Bobby.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Honestly, I can't even watch basketball or like NBA anymore.
Penguins are down 7-2. Penguins packed in for the year, FYI.
I got my opinions on that one too.
Yeah, they stink.
I mean, I understand we have arguably the greatest player in the NHL.
And he's captain of Canada again. When they did the little hockey World Series with Norway,
That was awesome.
it was awesome. And said the kid, man, he has been the captain for Canada each and every fucking time, and he always performs, man. And he was up there with some ballers.
Do you remember the season? Not only did he win the Stanley Cup, but Team Canada won gold medal in the Olympics.
Oh, I mean,
He
is throwing down. He's probably playing the best hockey of his career right now. I mean, he's still said the kid in my eyes, but he is on another planet, man. Him and Ovechkin. Ovechkin's like 50.
the modern day
And they're just,
Lemieux versus Gretzky.
yeah. I mean, and you have Ovechkin and Crosby going at it. I mean, you still have McDavid and
Penguins
Nathan McKinnon out there, but man,
Penguins need to nuke the roster and start over, starting with goalie. Then can actually that can actually make a save. Sorry, I was trying to read it.
They need a goalie. They need to pay some money because they're still rolling out there with Tristan Jarry, and he's absolutely abysmal.
No, they dropped him. They bring him back.
Yeah. They got Jarry. I'm pretty sure he played tonight.
They brought him back already.
They got Tristan Jarry. I'm pretty sure he played tonight. Their goaltending is abysmal. They got rid of Letang last year.
So
yeah, they did minimize the roster a lot. They got but they're focused on offense with Brian Rust.
Dude, they tried to bring in that dude from San Jose, and he was an absolute bust.
Something about Pittsburgh just trying to save $1 right now, not signing that big contract.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is that time. Man, I'm not gonna say scorched earth and just start over fresh, but we've seen it. Remember the big team from the '90s: Lemieux, Yager, Tocchet, Barrasso, all those guys. We had Ulf and Ole Samuelson. All these guys. We have Francois Leroux, which I got to meet when I was working for. Dude, one of my all-time favorite Penguins. He was there. They don't have goons anymore. He was a goon. He was their enforcer.
Not in Pittsburgh. Some teams do, and they're your successful teams.
And I'm telling you right now, you want to look up a good fight, you can YouTube this, and I tell everybody to look this one up. Francois Leroux versus Tony Twist. Francois Leroux was so well known for wanting to fight, and he was unstoppable.
What's Florida up now? 14? No, they're up 12 and 4. 16. Florida's up 16 now.
Tony Twist was for the Rangers, and he was also a goon. Everybody wanted to see that fight, and when it happened, it did not disappoint, and Francois came out on top.
I believe it.
But you don't have that today. So, yeah, we're getting ready to – we're right there. You don't have that today. It's that time. It really is to finally say, guys, we already got rid of Letang. We should have got rid of somebody else. But go ahead and hit us up with our break. We'll talk about this here shortly. This minute.
We both knew it was coming, but we put it off. Then she woke up this morning, said we need to have a talk. Said she met some guy the other night, thinks he might be the one. I tried not to look happy as we were packing her things into her trunk. As she pulled out, I was smiling, thinking now she's drinking somebody else's whiskey on somebody else's tab, riding shotgun to some other poor SOB's crew cab, talking somebody else's ear off. She ain't my problem no more. She's drinking somebody else's whiskey, so I'm just gonna sit here and pour me a tall one and raise it up high. Here's to a real damn good goodbye. Thank God it didn't get ugly and worked out in the end. I guess I just got lucky, but I kind of feel sorry for him. Yeah, I wish him well and hope like hell that old boy's made of green. Cause his brand new honey and his drinking money sure ain't gonna be cheap. Yet tonight it ain't on me. She's drinking somebody else's whiskey on somebody else's tab, riding shotgun to some other poor SOB's crew cab, talking somebody else's ear off. She ain't my problem no more. She's drinking somebody else's whiskey, so I'm just gonna sit here and pour me a tall one and raise it up high. Here's to a real
All right. All
right, we're back.
This gentleman's going to go ahead and take over for 1 second, people. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty. I will be right back.
So that Bama game just reached the final. Final score 113-88. 3-pointers, Bobby. Let's talk about the threes, man. Marcus Sears, one shy of tying the record. 10 of 16 from downtown. One shy of tying the record. As a team, Bama, man, you wouldn't be that hot team in the NCAA down from 3. 25 out of 51. 49% from 3. That is insanity. That is insanity in a bottle. They lost. They won the rebounds. They won assists. They won blocks. Turnovers. There were 24 in the entire game. Bama with 13. Holy smokes. That is a lot of threes, Bobby. That must have been fun to watch, man. 25 threes. 25 of 51. And Sears had 10. One shy of tying the record.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
One shy.
Bama game went over 200. Insane.
That is a lot of points. I think the original total was, you know what? It'll tell me. It'll tell me. The original total was 175. Motherfucker. Yes, Aunt Jennifer. That was quick. Find you another man.
75 points from Ricky.
That's nuts. And you know what? Unfortunately, BYU didn't make any adjustments. Florida's up by 12 with 5 minutes left to go, and this is where the fouling starts.
Oh, so what's? Oh, yeah. So we are literally 3 minutes away from Arizona Duke. We might try and pull it up out here just for a little bit, just to see what happens.
What, the game? What channel's it on? I don't know if I have that app.
I might be able to pull it up on YouTube TV. Yeah, we can put them on here.
I mean, I love Duke's team. I mean, everybody's stuck on this Cooper Flag guy. I mean, yeah, seriously, he's a baller. He's an absolute baller. He's a beast. He's young, you know, and he has nothing but potential, man. The sky's the limit for this kid. But for Duke, my favorite player is Travis Proctor. Proctor. I mean, you're looking at Flag, Newpel, Proctor, James, and Mallock. I can never pronounce his name. You know, they're your 5 starters. And their usage, I mean, Cooper Flag's usage is at 30.9 percent a game. I mean, that's insanity. How much they use this kid, you know, as a freshman on the floor. I mean, you got Harris off the bench. I mean, Duke, I mean, they're well coached. After Coach K left, they did have a slightly off year last year, but recruiting's never stopped. They still got the best player out of high school in Cooper Flag. He wanted to play for Duke because even though you're not playing for Coach K, you're still playing for that legacy. That's the kind of mark that man left on the program. I mean, you're still playing for Coach K in essence, like these guys for Penn State. They're still going to Penn State because Joe Paterno left a legacy. You want to play for they're still playing for Joe Paterno at some point. They're like, hey, why'd you want to go and play for Penn State? Because
that's where Joe Paterno was the man.
Joe Paterno left a legacy. You know, fuck you, Jerry Sandusky. You know what I mean? But I mean, you're still playing for that legacy, for that team, you know, for that team you grew up loving. You know, you're passionate about it. You had bottles, man. You had posters for Penn State.
So, he brought posters. But
same thing with Indiana.
On that note,
even though Bobby Knight died, people still go, and Indiana is still a basketball school. People still love Indiana because Bobby Knight was Indiana basketball. I mean, unfortunately, he passed away. However, you're still like that program. Bobby Knight instilled college basketball in that program. Valviano, Jimmy Valviano.
Okay.
Died of cancer. You know what I mean? But people still play, you know, for his school. You know, they're still because, you know, it's a legacy. It's a legacy school. You're playing for the nostalgia. You're playing for
Sir,
for it all. What do you think about that?
I got two things. One, dude, everything you just said, church all day long. Number two, BYU lost.
Fuck. There went my sleeper pick.
I beat this man in the last brackets,
Fuck's sake.
and then we went into and I pencil whipped.
The last bracket's still not over. Last bracket's still not over. Last bracket's not still not over. And I am a student of the sport.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Like for some reason, it just hit, and our mutual love to just compete and antagonize. I beat you. Yeah, I poured your shot. This one's on me.
The original bracket's still not over. Ain't Jennifer?
Drown your sorrow.
Bobby says, Steve, yes, but those coaches are rapidly leaving because of the NIL and transfer portal.
Transfer portal. Don't get me started on the transfer portal. I'll tell you right now, I am 100% fully against the transfer portal. I don't care if it's for my team. When you commit to a team, you stay there. NFL, if you sign that contract, quit bitching and griping. I don't want to play anymore with you guys. I want to go somewhere else. Guess what? F you, because you signed a contract saying, I'm going to play for you for X amount of time. You're paying me X amount of money. Lev Bell, thank you. I accept your apology, but you started this.
Bobby Ryder says, Bobby Knight cannot coach in today's game. You're wrong, sir.
Wrong.
You're
100%.
Absolutely wrong, because you know who has the same kind of coaching strategy and who's still in the dance right now? Tom Izzo from Michigan State. Very similar coaching styles. And you know what? Michigan State's there. Michigan State can still win it. They're playing Ole Miss tomorrow at 7:09 p.m. Eastern time.
The only difference,
And you know what? Michigan State has a very good chance of beating Ole Miss and then going ahead and whooping on some Auburn ass.
he's not going to throw chairs at his players. That's the only difference.
Hey.
And Jen, did you wash your hands after using the bathroom, by the way?
Fuck you.
I love you.
Mm-hmm. Izzo is the last man standing of the legacy of coaches from that decade with, Coach K leaving, the dude from North Carolina, what's his nuts? He's out. Yeah, that was it from that era. And, you're correct. Izzo is last man standing from that era. Now we're welcoming, that whole new rush of college coaches, athletes, and the sport, because now it's a 3-point game now. Obviously, since Alabama wanted to shoot 500 of them. But yeah, Izzo is definitely last man standing. Duke in 9:39. They should be tipped off by now.
They should. Yeah, we're probably going to be. We'll just have to refresh that one. That's all. But no. That's the cool thing about our kids. Now they get to see a new generation coming in, because even in college football, Saban's gone. Like all the legacies are out for the most part. Bobby Bowden, remember him? We'll say it, Joey P.
It's kind of weird. Remember, like when your pops or like whoever was in your life, they'd sit there and they were talking about like their favorites, and you're like, oh, come on, man, you're old. Like, you know what I mean? Now that's us.
That's what I agree.
I'm like, now,
okay,
all of a sudden, like, now that's us. We're like
non-sports related. I used to pick on my dad because he used to listen to 3WS, and it never dawned on me back then that, like, when he was listening to like Tommy James and the Shondells, the Hermits, all those guys were really just 70s. They were only 10 years, maybe some of them 20 years out. And I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Facebook, like our parents' generation at this time in 1985, was like, what was it? Something about like 1935 is the same distance between then and 1985 to what 1985 to 2025 is now, or something like that. It was
Herman's. I'm Henry the Eighth.
I am
Henry the Eighth. I am.
And if you think about it, like 3WS is still a radio station. It's the oldie station in our town, our area. look what it's playing. Dude, it is playing
Good
the
shit.
stuff that we grew up listening to in the 80s. Some 70s, but that's the fun part. Like the 70s and 80s have stay power. Let's go back to sports. Michael Jordan is still talked about today. He is the gold standard, the hot topic right now. Who is, who's the true GOAT? Was it Michael Jordan or is it LeBron James? Every now and then you'll see Kobe Bryant thrown in that mix. And there's the famous interview where, they said, hey, what player in this area could beat you in one-on-one? And he said Kobe Bryant because he stole all my moves, which he did. And not in a bad way, because Jordan admitted, and especially during the funeral, R.I.P. Kobe,
Black Mamba.
he said Kobe would call him almost on a nightly basis, and they would talk basketball. What can I do? What am I doing? And Kobe knew even back then, go to Jordan. If that doesn't speak volumes, how many people call LeBron James right now and say, dude, what can I do? Maybe Bronny.
Yeah, and that's why people had so much respect for Jordan. And media has so much to do with it. Because LeBron, a lot of his success was media based. I'll never forget, and I lost all respect for LeBron when he went to Miami. Him, Chris Bosh, and Dean Wade came out as the first and the original Big Three.
Oh,
And there was that massive production. They walked out.
I
there.
remember that.
Like it was.
There was fireworks and sparklers.
Like they were
and-
coming out for the WWF. You know what I mean? They came down on the stage, they almost entered the ring. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Now, I will. Can I cut in just a little bit there?
Hmm?
I give them a little bit of credit where credit's due, because they did win 2 championships. Was it 2? If I'm not mistaken,
There's
2?
at least one, and you know what? A lot of that was Dean Wade.
Yeah. So they did produce, but
But it was bought. Jordan, the motherfuckers that he played with. All right, so everybody knows the name. If I say Scottie Pippen, yes, that was his wingman. Literally, he played the wing. That was the wingman. But if I said Bill Wellington, nobody knows who he was. That was his center. Steve Kerr, people do know him now because he's the coach of the Golden State Warriors. He was the 3-point shooter.
Robert Horry, wasn't he in there?
Robert Horry, the guy with the goggles.
Who?
Robert Horry. And then you had good Lord. Tony Kukoc.
Bill Cartwright.
Nobody knows who these people were.
Good call, Bobby.
And they won championships. They beat some good ass teams. They beat Detlef Schrempf. What the fuck was his name?
I love when people say that they didn't have the same competition back then that they did today. Are you kidding me? To those that want to say that, Horace Grant was the goggles guy.
Yeah, and then later on went to play with the Magic. Horace Grant, they had him.
Oh my God.
Tony Kukoc, but like,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm gonna look up that Bulls roster, and
Because when people say, "Oh, the competition back then wasn't nearly," first off, there were fist fights. Like, you knew if you went to play Detroit, it was going to be a dirty game.
that would have
But
been 95.
Detroit had
96.
Isaiah Washington. I could go through, and these weren't even teams that were my favorites. But I go back to, the whole heroes, thing back in my day, our day, Bobby's day, Blues day, think of who they went against. It was the early 90s. We got Shaq, and he had Anthony Hardaway. He had Penny Hardaway. Dude, there was Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, my God, Charles Barkley,
and that's
Larry
who they
Johnson, Sean Kemp. This is before we got into people. Vince Carter,
When
then
the-
he came on.
when the Bulls won in 95, 96. The roster was Randy Brown. Who? Judd Buechler. I remember him. White guy. He came off the bench, bombed some threes. Jason Caffey. Same thing. James Edwards. Jack Haley. Who?
Bill Lambert, Bobby Ryder, good call. He played for Detroit. Dude, he was a nasty, dirty player.
Dirty. Big white dude. And he used to go out there and he played elbows.
Oh my God. Larry Bird, people don't realize that. He was more than threes.
And Jordan used to have to go against him.
I mean, come on, guys. I mean, to say that there wasn't any competition back then, they didn't have the rules that they do nowadays. They didn't pamper the players. They had to earn everything. So everybody that was on that court was fighting.
Top 5 for Jordan. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Luke Longley, Tony Kukoc.
Oh, okay.
Ron,
And they had Phil Jackson.
Ron Harper, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Steve Kerr, Bill Wennington. And then after that, it's a bunch of no names, 9 through 15. They played 8 guys in those years, and they won champion. They did the three-peat with those guys, with not 8 guys.
Oh, and John's back.
I mean, amazing, man. My mom was a Bulls fan because she loved Michael Jordan. My mom got me into basketball. She had to tune in to watch the Bulls.
Believe it or not, and this is from Aunt Jen, believe it or not, I really like Larry Bird, and I was a big 76ers. Being from Philly, you better have been a Sixers fan when I was a little girl, but I like Larry Bird.
Love Larry Bird, man.
Dude, he was first off, he was a shit talker. And he was not afraid to mix it up with people.
He was fun to watch because he looked like the guy from the YMCA.
Dude,
you know what I mean? He went out there in his little shorts.
Leave it to Steve. Leave it to Blue. Hey, by the way, Alabama won.
Yes, as did Florida, prick. Duke game got moved back to 10:03 start time because Alabama was hitting too many threes. That's TV time.
That's crazy. And the final scores back then were like 90-82. No one scored 162 like the Pacers tonight. And this is true.
The evolution of the 3-ball.
Dude, people still talk about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar today. Not so much. Wilt Chamberlain. Dude, these were guys that were still playing even when Jordan came in. So, I mean, he's played against legends.
But even Jordan's college career, when he was in North Carolina, dude, he won championships as an underdog. He was still that dude. You know what I mean? You loved watching him there, and he took that and he went on and took that into the NBA, and he's got to be the greatest player of all time.
And Jordan also took a break. Remember, he retired to play baseball and golf.
And then he came back and joined the Washington Wizards.
No, he came back from that retirement and went to the Bulls again. They didn't win that first year he came back, but then they three-peated again.
And then he went to the Wizards.
Then he went to the Wizards.
And then he bought the Wizards.
Does he I don't think he owns the Wizards.
I don't think he does anymore, but he did.
I know he's got the Hornets because they used to be the Bobcats, and then there was that whole thing. They went to Louisiana and became the Pelicans, and he owned the Bobcats, and then the Hornets came back. And
dude, Jordan's figured out he's one of the primary stakeholders in DraftKings.
Dude, he also owns a NASCAR.
Yeah,
he owns. His driver is Bubba Wallace, who is not a slouch either. He's competitive.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan has figured it out, man. Unfortunately, remember when his pops died?
Julius Erving. Oh, Dr. J.
Dr. J.
The master of the hook shot.
And I love it because I feel like LeBron is consistently chasing Jordan because he wants that title, which he's never going to get.
He's also played the game longer than Jordan. Jordan played less and accomplished just as much.
And
it took
Jordan's
LeBron longer to do it all.
Jordan's physical therapy was an ace bandage. Now LeBron's in like a cryo chamber and shit like that. They're freezing him for a week.
Okay, so I like that you said that. Remember the Jazz? He made the game-winning shot in that championship, and he had 101 or 102 temperature. He had the flu. He was sick and still got out there. He didn't take dives. He didn't get brushed and then say, "Oh, I took a shot to the,"
And that's when you were
But-
playing a Jazz team with Karl Malone, John Stockton.
Oh man,
The
the mailman.
the white guy's last name started with an H, Havlicek or some shit like that. Yeah, bombing threes. You always had the white guy back there in the 80s and 90s that would just bomb the shit out of threes. Everybody had a Steve Kerr on their team.
I would love to
Hit
have
that guy, and he just like.
I would love to have Stephen A on here because everybody that comes on to his show or any show that he's on and says LeBron is the best. Remember the famous, he blew up on Shannon Sharp. He went nuts and told him flat out, he says, dude, if you keep comparing Jordan to LeBron and LeBron being the best, player in the NBA, he said, you're in for a bad day.
I've never met a person, whenever I've had this conversation with someone, I've never had one person say LeBron. Never.
I'd say kids today would say LeBron, but they grew up, during LeBron.
Even kids. And you know what? All they've had to do was like to get NBA 2K or something like that. And they're like, oh, I put Jordan on my team, and the dude don't miss. Like even video games now, like Jordan don't miss. Like I'll play my kid, and like we draft all-time players on our team. And my kid, I'm like, all right, go ahead, you pick first. First motherfucker he grabs is Jordan. I'm like, you dick.
If I'm going legend to compare with him, I'm going with Larry Bird all day long.
And that's who I picked second. I'm like, all right, well, you took Jordan, so then the other one of us takes Bird.
Remember the famous Nintendo game, Jordan versus Bird.
Jordan versus Bird. I mean,
Bird would sink those 3-pointers all day long, but Jordan, you can go in there and he would do the famous spin dunk.
It was amazing, man. Jordan revolutionized the game. Other players have revolutionized the game. Steph Curry with the three. I mean, there are players that revolutionize each and every sport with their own moves. Jordan, the foul line dunk.
Okay.
Curry.
I remember that.
Curry, the 3-pointer. NFL. I mean, you have landmark players that just go out there and outperform and set a benchmark for the next generation.
Aunt Jen brings up, Aunt Jen brings up Allen Iverson. Okay.
Talk dirty to me.
No.
Don't.
You're lucky you just, I can't believe you just said that. Here's the thing about Allen Iverson, and you're not going to like me after I say this. Was he a good player? Yes. Does he deserve to be HOF? Yes.
Hall of Fame, absolutely.
But in my opinion, after saying all that, I still think he was highly overrated.
Negative.
100%.
Negative.
And there is a reason why he's not even close to the same list as these other gentlemen that we have mentioned.
Many few players have gone in there and beat Kobe. And it was too much for Kobe to handle. Kobe from Philadelphia, Iverson from Philadelphia. And you know what? It would have been 2001. Iverson took it to Kobe in the championships when they played the Lakers. Probably one of the best.
Wow. There's a blast from the past.
In 2001, and Iverson took it to Kobe. Amazing, man. And Iverson had to who? Eric Snow as a shooting guard.
But you have to remember, Kobe is also one of those ones he picked and chose who he targeted. Iverson was smart enough not to go out there and challenge Kobe and turn around and say, hey, I want to play for the right to be known as the greatest player in the game. Where LeBron decided to do that against Kobe, and Kobe absolutely shut him down, that famous All-Star game. Iverson, I will give you credit. Amazing player, but I think there was too much hype on him. Not as great as everybody has made him out to be. That's not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying there was way too much hype over him. On that note, this is something for me and you both. No video game will ever program a better than Techno Bowl.
Bo
Jackson.
Running back. Motherfucker run for 300 yards on play.
You know what I loved about Techno Bowl? if you could pick the Los Angeles team because you knew, if you went with the Raiders team, not only did you have Bo Jackson, but you had Howie Long as a linebacker on defense.
Oh yeah.
And he was just mega fast. My favorite thing to do in that game, I would literally run backwards all the way into the end zone
And then throw the bomb.
and then throw the ball.
The 100-yard pass. And that ball would leave
and
the
it
screen.
never missed.
and the ball would that was my favorite play as well. You would go back, you would go to your goal line, and then you'd launch it, and then you throw the 100-yard pass, and it would come down in the end zone, and then the screen would change and be like touchdown.
But you always knew you were in for a rough game when they came. They would just bum rush right into you. Now we will get to this final one because we have hit that mark.
And I got a pedal.
We will do a final break, and then we'll do our not last shots, but we'll say our final things.
Recap.
Aunt Jen did say, "Did my nephew just ask me to 12:30 to?"
She said, "Talk dirty to me."
him.
No, I didn't.
He's gone. Should I get him, William? Should I get him?
No.
Aunt Jen, you have my 100% blessing to embarrass this man as soon as we come back from this next break. Please give me some good for the soul, Miss Kitty Cat. We'll see you guys shortly.
Came to the bar, saw my friend messing around. Rolling the dope, and I sat right down. Someone skimming on the bar, and someone there, turn it up. It's good for the soul. Good friend, good music, good whiskey. It's good for the soul. Bob and Jay was shooting some pool. It was time to take them to school. The long old woman was dancing around. So I looked over and then he yelled, "Hell yeah! It's good for the soul." Good friend, good music, good whiskey. It's good for the soul. My brother came into the bar, and we raised a glass or two. When the best floor, and then I yelled, "Hell yeah! It's good for the soul." Good friend, good music, good whiskey. Damn, it's good for the soul.
And I know you guys can't see me right now, but we are back. And of course, we would have good for the soul. Dude, awesome night. Honestly. My boy right here is going ahead and just checking out our I guess I better pull up the comments. He is checking out our brackets as we speak, just to kind of keep up on where we're at. If you guys, hopefully you guys have signed up.
I gotta send this to Cat. Holy fuck.
Ooh, did we do something good?
No.
Uh-oh.
It's just gossip.
I can't wait. We love gossip. Is this something we touch on Sunday night?
No, but I'm sure Kat and Steve will be fans.
Fantastic. So on that note, guys, had a blast tonight. I got some basketball in my future.
Yeah, I got a couple wrap ups on sports here. Bobby, I know you're out there.
I'd love for Bobby to join us sometime on here, man.
Oh, he's too much of a puss.
Maybe him and Blue and just everybody go back and forth. Bobby at the same time as GQ. Let the fireworks spew.
It's a great time of year right now. Major League Baseball, all the teams got back in on it today. Fuck you, David Bednar. Pirates fans, you guys should be sick right now.
I still plan on going to a game at some point, and maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna throw this out there.
June they're playing Philly.
Tentative.
It's already in my book. They got a weekend series against.
Here?
Yep. It's already in my book. They're opening Pittsburgh. Their opening home series is against the Yankees.
Now, that's what I was getting ready to bring up. I've been known to go to multiple Pirate games. I haven't done it in a little bit now, so I do believe, Bobby, I am going to throw this challenge out. I would love to go to the Pirates home opener against the Yankees.
The Spankies.
Friday, you work.
It's a Friday, but they also play Saturday, Sunday. Sunday would be an afternoon game, which we are highly available for.
And even doing a few maybe live little snippets or just some videos.
Very well. We'll go down and bring the cornhole boards and we'll get White Girl wasted.
And then come back here and poor kitty cat's got to put up with two drunks after a baseball game.
Yeah, get white guy sober, then go back and get White Girl wasted. Possibilities. But yeah, Major League Baseball kicked off today, man. It's exciting. There's a couple games going on still tonight. The Final Four is going to in June. The Philly
It's here.
Yeah, it's here out in Schittsburg. Yeah.
You don't want to go to the great state of Silly or this great town of Silly?
Watch your fucking putty mouth.
Mm.
The Final Four is going on right now. Ice hockey's starting to come down to its closure. Thank Jesus. The longest season ever is ice hockey. I believe there's some like football coming on or whatever. But again, my favorite sport right now is
Soccer.
rugby.
Oh!
Australian rugby, Bobby Ryder. I'm gonna give you one, dude. I did you dirty last week. I'm gonna give you one. I love my rugby, dude. I wake up in the middle of the night and watch this shit.
I'm going to tell you guys all right now
I'm
while
sick.
he's looking all that up. Hang on. We got two things real quick before I get mine. Final Shot, great show. We witnessed history with Bama's threes. I know sports chases away the noobs like Chaz, but wow. But it was a good show without him. Yankees will win. Pirates suck. I will join you for sure. My house is loud with 4 kids that I feel it would be a distraction to the viewers. Bobby, you can come to studio if your children are old enough or you can get a babysitter. Steve, does your father still go watch soccer at the Union? No, because I know he really liked going there and he used to take Uncle Chris all the time to go see the Phillies. I know he's sad about that. No more Uncle Chris because Uncle Chris was a big baseball fan. He loved the Phillies. We brought up with the Phillies and Pirates being here. Dan says, come get me. Bobby says, no rugby for me. Ha ha.
Rugby's been filthy. Rugby was filthy last week, Bobby, but just saying, you don't got to bet it. Dominic Young, Selwyn Cabo, parlay for a try.
But I will say this, guys, if you've been, obviously we've done very well with this sports show. People are really starting to get into it. It's been fun. We've hit that time. The one thing I will say, we've kind of laid off on football until April 23rd. Be on. You definitely are going to want to be on here because
The draft.
the night of the draft, we will be live on here. And I tell you what, round one, let the bloodshed begin. Guys, thank you so much for coming on here tonight for a Thursday night. Always a good time. Check us out Sunday night for our Sunday night weekend hangover. Monday night, we will be doing our Monday night bartender, and the gentleman to my left here will be your bartender for the night. So we had a blast last time. I can only imagine how much fun this is going to be this time. And then, of course, we have coming up very soon Trina's Trivia on Tuesdays. Once a month, Tuesday night, Trina's Trivia. This woman is chomping at the bit to get on it. Let's hit that last comment, and then I'll hit our sponsor. Good night, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Are you in the morning? I don't think so. So enjoy your weekend and be safe out there, okay? Gotta go back in the bathroom and have sex with the two men. Nails TV. You need a hug. You need a hug.
Beer.
Love you, Aunt Jen. Keeping Grove City hydrated one drink at a time, man. Show some love to our guys over there at Grove City Beverage. Located on Main Street in Grove City, Pennsylvania. The number is 724-458-4280. Thank you, ma'am. They have a wide sobriety.
Sobriety. Wide sobriety of alcohol.
Wide sobriety of alcohol. A wide variety of beer for you ladies and hipsters out there. I'm going to have some fun with that one. Yes, they do have your wine spritzers, your wine coolers. They do have the wine slushies, which we will be trying here at some point. Let us not forget they do have the ever-famous beer wagon, keeping your party 100% hydrated. Good prices, good people, good selection. Look them up on Facebook, Instagram, most of your social medias. The people over there at Grove City Beverage. Guys, this has been fun tonight. Mainly about I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's going to be a lot about March Madness. When we see you guys next week, it'll be the Elite Eight.
Good luck on your brackets. Good luck on your baseball teams. I'm sorry if you're a fucking Pittsburgh fan. I gave him a chance and they fucking.
Boy, I tell you what, if they win out this series and go 2-1,
There was no hot.
I cannot wait to kick you in the balls.
No, it's Mitch Keller tomorrow. It's gonna be.
You never know.
Horrible.
You never know what's going to happen. I'm still looking forward to our guys. Guys, it's been fun. Kitty Cat is dancing like crazy over there. Everything we say on this show, ladies and gentlemen, is just our opinion. But then again,
It just might be the alcohol talking.
oh, I love hearing you say that. Cheers to Kitty Cat.
Looking for a party, good man, have you found it? Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloaded, loaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be